Imagine waking up every morning unshaken by chaos, no stress, no anxiety, just calm focus, no matter what the world throws at you. What if you could face every challenge with unbreakable confidence, turn setbacks into fuel, and find deep fulfillment in the simple moments of life? These aren't just ideas, they're ancient Stoic principles used by emperors, warriors, and philosophers to master their minds and thrive in adversity. And in this video, you'll discover 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can transform your daily life starting today. Stick around because by the end, you might just see the world differently. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or distant. It's about clarity, self-control, and resilience, qualities that are just as useful today as they were in ancient Rome. At its heart, Stoicism is a practical philosophy. It doesn't live in books or academic debate, it lives in action. Whether you're managing stress, making decisions, or navigating relationships, Stoicism offers grounded advice that helps you move through life with a little more purpose and peace. Here are 10 Stoic lessons that can improve your daily life. 1. You can't control everything. Focus on what you can. The foundation of Stoicism rests on one basic idea: there are things within your control, and things that aren't. The trick is knowing the difference. You can't control how other people behave, how the stock market moves, or whether your train runs late. But you can control how you respond. Epictetus put it simply: some things are up to us and some things are not. Instead of wasting time and energy on what you wish would happen, direct your focus toward what you can actually influence: your thoughts, your choices, your attitude. This shift in mindset won't make problems disappear, but it'll make them a lot easier to deal with. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort. This might sound odd at first, but why would anyone choose discomfort? The Stoics believe that intentionally stepping outside your comfort zone makes you stronger and more adaptable. Seneca, one of Stoicism's key figures, recommended occasionally eating simple meals, sleeping on the floor, or dressing plainly, not as a form of punishment but to remind yourself that you can endure more than you think. This practice builds resilience. When you face real hardships, you won't be caught off guard. You'll know you've handled difficulty before, and you can do it again. Start small. Skip a luxury you usually indulge in. Take a cold shower. Walk instead of driving. The point isn't to suffer, it's to remind yourself that you're not dependent on comfort to function. 3. Don't be ruled by your emotions. Stoicism doesn't say emotions are bad. It says being ruled by them is. Anger, anxiety, fear, even excitement, these emotions come and go. If you act on every impulse, you're going to make poor decisions. The Stoics believed in observing your emotions, understanding them, and responding with reason. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The next time something upsets you, take a pause. Give yourself space to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting automatically. That space is where your freedom lies. 4. Memento mori, remember you'll die. This isn't meant to be depressing. In fact, it's the opposite. The Stoics used the reminder of death as motivation to live better. When you remember that your time is limited, it becomes easier to let go of petty annoyances, spend more time on what matters, and live with greater intention. Memento mori doesn't mean obsess over death. It means don't waste your life. Every time you put off doing what's important, you're assuming you'll have more time. But time is the one thing you can't get back. Use this perspective to prioritize. If something truly matters to you, do it. If it doesn't, let it go. 5. Live according to nature, meaning your nature. To the Stoics, living according to nature didn't mean hugging trees or going off-grid. It meant aligning your actions with your human nature, reason, cooperation, and integrity. It means being honest, doing your work well, helping others, and not pretending to be something you're not. This lesson is especially useful in a world full of distractions and posturing. You don't need to chase status or approval. You just need to live in a way that reflects your values. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing aligned with who I want to be? If the answer is no, that's a good place to adjust. 6. Avoid complaining. It doesn't help. Complaining might feel good in the moment, but it rarely fixes anything. It often just reinforces frustration and makes you feel more helpless. The Stoics encouraged a different approach: accept what you can't change, and work on what you can. This doesn't mean you have to pretend everything's fine. It means using your energy to act, not wallow. Marcus Aurelius put it bluntly: don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. Try going a day without complaining. Instead, if something bothers you, either do something about it or let it go. Over time, this mindset makes you more effective and easier to be around. 7. Your opinion is often the problem. It's not just events that cause stress, it's your judgment of them. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you think, how dare they? Now you're angry. But what if you thought, maybe they're in a rush for a good reason? Or, it doesn't really matter? Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoics practiced something called cognitive distancing. Instead of accepting your first thought as fact, step back and evaluate it. Is this really worth your energy? Is your interpretation helping you? This shift in thinking gives you control. It lets you choose your experience rather than just absorbing it. 8. Keep your standards high, but your ego low. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the only true good. That means being honest, courageous, fair, and disciplined regardless of the outcome. You do the right thing because it's right, not because it makes you look good or pays off. At the same time, the Stoics warned against arrogance. Pride based on external success is fragile. Today you're praised, tomorrow you're forgotten. What matters is the kind of person you are, not how you're seen. Do good work. Be kind. Don't chase validation. And don't let praise or criticism define you. 9. Take responsibility for your life. The Stoics didn't believe in playing the victim. Even if life throws you into hard circumstances, you still have a choice. How are you going to respond? Bad things happen. People wrong you. Opportunities fall through. The Stoics never denied this. But they believed in personal responsibility. You can't always control what happens, but you're in charge of your character, your actions, and your attitude. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything. It means owning your role, no matter what. It's not always easy, but it's powerful. 10. Reflect daily. The Stoics weren't just philosophical in theory, they built daily habits to live their beliefs. One of the most important was reflection. At the end of each day, Seneca suggested reviewing your actions. What did you do well? Where did you fall short? How can you do better tomorrow? This habit helps you grow without judgment. It turns mistakes into lessons. You don't need to write a long journal entry, just take 5 minutes to think about your day. Ask, did I act in line with my values? Did I control what I could? Did I let emotions steer the wheel? Consistent reflection builds awareness. And awareness leads to real change. In conclusion, Stoicism isn't about retreating from the world or pretending not to care. It's about showing up calm, focused, and grounded. These lessons don't require a complete lifestyle overhaul. They're small shifts in mindset and behavior that compound over time. You won't always get it right. The Stoics didn't either. But they kept coming back to the principles that mattered. If you do the same, you'll likely find yourself less reactive, more present, and better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. So the next time you're stuck in traffic, facing a tough decision, or just trying to make it through a rough day, take a breath. Ask, what would a Stoic do? Then act with clarity. That's the point of Stoicism, not to talk about wisdom, but to live it. If you enjoyed this video, Please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.